Jennifer Maglunum Rosales, a second-year college student taking a Bachelor of Science in Education, major in English at Southeast Asian Institute of Technology. Today, I am going to present the overall flow of my lesson plan with the topic Formulate Who, What, When, Where, Why, and How questions. This is from the given curriculum guide at the topic from grade 7. Now let's start. Objectives. It is the first part of lesson plan that displays the main goals of the lesson. It should be specific and it indicates the desirable knowledge, affection, and skills to be gained. So these are my objectives. First, letter A, discuss the WH questions, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Discussing the use of these words and how we are going to use it in a proper way. Letter B, think a title of a song with WH questions. Let students think a song with WH word or question for them also to test their thinking skills. Letter C, supply the missing WH word to complete the thought of the questions, giving them an application to answer the activity that tests their understanding in the topic. The next part of the lesson plan is the subject matter. Subject matter contains the topic. I have here letter A, formulate who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. Letter B, references. My lesson plan was referred in the K-12 curriculum guide for grade 7 topic. And letter C, the materials used. I have here laptop, television, and connector. The third part of the lesson plan is procedure. Under this is the preliminary activities, review, and motivation. In my review, I will ask the students about the previous lesson and what have they learned and have it understand well. Next is motivation. As the teacher, we should know how to motivate our students for them to be active in class period. So at this moment, I let my students read and analyze the announcement questions. Number 1, are you familiar with the bulletin board? Number 2, what can you see on the bulletin board? And 3, what are the words you usually see on a bulletin board? Next is the presentation of the lesson. After letting them read and analyze the questions, I will let the students share their opinions and understanding about the lesson. And upon hearing their thoughts, teacher will give feedback towards the direction of the lesson. Now let's proceed to letter C, which is the lesson proper. Lesson proper gives the preview or advanced idea of the lesson in order to meet the learning objectives and the expected outcome at the end of the lesson. Includes the activity. My activities are number 1, the teacher conduct an activity which is called Think a Question Song. Number 2, the students will think a title of a song that starts with the WH questions. And number 3, sing it in front of the class. From the given activity, students will use their thinking skills in order to meet the given task. Next to activity is the analysis. Analysis depends students' understanding and learning. Ask the students. Letter A, based on the given activity, what did you feel after singing in front of class? Letter B, what do you think are the reasons why I asked you to think a title of a song that starts with WH questions? Next is the abstraction. Number 1, proceed to the discussion of WH questions. Back to the discussion about the WH questions. Number 2, introduce each WH questions and provide examples for further understanding. After the abstraction is the application. The teacher will give students a short quiz to evaluate their learning. I have here 10 applications in which students will supply the missing WH word on the sentences given. The fourth part of lesson plan is evaluation. Make at least 5 sentences that starts with those WH word questions. This is asking my students make a sentences using those WH word in making questions. Lastly is the assignment. Since the teacher introduced this lesson well and students was understood the lesson, the teacher will ask students to write 10 questions that is being asked by the parents or any family members at home. Too much for that. I hope you understand the overall flow of my lesson plan. Thank you and God bless us all.